Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Noah, and in this video I want to share a little bit more detail about my background, right? A little bit more about my personal life here in Japan. So in this video I want to share a location where I spent a lot of time when I was growing up for one reason or another, which is going to be one of the pig farms that my family here has been operating basically for ever, basically, 40 years, whatever it is. So I want to take you on a brief tour of the facilities and, kind of just share my thoughts on, on all of it. So to begin, in the entrance, right here, this is where you come in to basically the farming ground, and this is essentially the bulk of it, right? This facility has, I think, 4 or 5 barns that hold all of the pigs, young and old and so on. But it goes kind of up this hill, which we will go up to in a moment here. So this little building is basically the lounging, changing, showering break room that all of the employees use to kind of hang out in, right? So it's basically a cleaner area than anywhere else in the, on the entire facility land, and that's kind of where they go to hang out. There's another building right there, the yellow one that you can see. That's actually a house. So I think there's a few employees that live in there. Like that one guy right there. He might give me a wave, perhaps. And then there, obviously there's the parking, and there's a barn right here, which I do want to go into. I don't know if we'll go into it right at this moment, but eventually, hopefully, we will. And it kind of goes down over there. So I just received word that I guess you're supposed to wrap your hair up in a towel so you don't smell like shit, after the workday. So I'm going to just take a moment here and basically put a towel on my head. I don't know if the scent is already in there, so we'll see. I think I did kind of a shit job putting that on, but we're going to keep going so I can give you guys a tour of the rest of the facility here. So we're coming up to some of the first buildings. That area over there used to be I think we used to bury pigs there. I'm not entirely sure, but I remember when I was younger, I almost fell into the hole that they had buried the carcasses in, and that's basically the only thing that I remember from being young here. So maybe that's the case. Another storage, I bet, for a tractor. There's another few buildings here, so I think I may have underestimated the amount of buildings that there are, because there's 2, 3, 4, there's 5 right here, and I think there's 2 more at the top. Those are the feeders, where all of the feed is for the little piggies. But I want to take you guys up here. This is the manure where I guess they just dump all the shit. Oh God. Oh God. This is a good reason as to why I don't think I could do this personally. That's why I work on a computer. But this is a pretty good view of everything right here, and you can get a little bit of the landscape kind of in the background there, that hill. And if you look, that mountain that you see all the way back there, let me try to get it here for you. Kind of. That hill in the background all the way up there, that's a ski hill that I used to frequent quite a bit when I was younger too. Really nice ski hill. It's kind of a short and sweet one where it's a really easy commute to it's a really easy commute from, from our house. It's only about 35, 40 minutes away. But you can get all the way to the top, and then it's a very sharp descent down. So you can get a lot of really good reps in, really close to the house. So I loved going there when I was younger. I think this is more housing for employees. If I'm recalling correctly, I believe this site has maybe 7 or 8 employees total, working at any given time. And they actually all live on site, which is something that my dad put in place because it just makes life a lot easier, for the individuals working here when you basically live at work. And here's the old man himself coming up. I wonder if he's here to bitch at me. So I just asked my dad what kind of pigs were in each barn, if they were, the female pigs, if they were adult pigs, whatever. And it sounds like all of these barns here actually have finishing pigs, right? So they're all babies and teenagers. I mean, I don't really know pig years, to be honest with you, but they're younger pigs. So if we go in one, which I am hoping to do, hopefully you guys can see some of the smaller piggies, which are extremely, extremely cute. I want to show you guys some more of the landscape if you weren't able to see in the other shots. But to be honest, for being a farm, the areas around are quite scenic. I've been to quite a few farms in the United States as well, trying to expand and doing that kind of stuff, and they're all just basically in no man's land in Iowa or Minnesota, where there's just nothing, right? There's nothing to look at. It's flat, and it's just boring, right? So here, at least if you are living in these type of areas, there are stuff to do. There are a few things to do, like I mentioned, the ski hill over there, and there's quite a bit of scenery to look at as well. I'm kind of listening in to each of the barns right now to try to find the barn that has the youngest piglets, because I think that would be something really cool to see. So I'm just walking next to each of them, trying to hear, and maybe you can even hear on the recording, the sounds that the pigs are making. Here, listen into this one here. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that, but let's go in and kind of take a look. So I'm just gonna clean my boots, and then we are gonna head in. I think this barn is adults, but maybe that's kind of interesting to see as well. So let's take a look. So what happens is that if you make loud sounds, the entire barn is going to erupt, and they're going to start screaming completely. You won't be able to hear anything that I say. So I'm trying to stay quiet in order to do that. But so these must be kind of around the time, these pigs right here are probably pretty close to getting to the point where they're actually going to be sent out to become bacon, basically. They look about to be the right size. So this is kind of the makeup of one of the barns. Holy look at all these guys. Kind of dirty. Oh, I think a lot of them are just kind of sleeping around, honestly.
Hello, motherfucker.
So if you've never seen, an adult barn, that's basically what it looks like in its whole, in its entirety. What's interesting to me is that, you know, as I'm walking around the facility here with a gimbal and a camera attached to it, talking into the camera, everybody's kind of greeting me like I belong here. You know, like I could be anybody, right? I could be some kind of stranger. I'm just the dumb foreigner with a camera trying to get content. But everybody has been really nice to me in kind of greeting me as I'm walking around, giving you guys a tour of the facility here. So that's always good. So this barn is for the younger pigs, not quite the baby pigs, but you can see there may be like, I don't know how old these things would be, but take a look. Hey guys. Now if you go in there, if you actually go in there for whatever, look at those guys sleeping in the back. If you go in there, if you have to go in there for any kind of reason, they actually bite. They bite really hard, so they'll bite your boot. And they'll actually bite your leg too. So I think I found the barn that actually has the young pigs, right? Not like infants, but the very, very young ones. And they're in these kind of, if you can see these, they're like there's almost storage containers. So evidently they, you know, convert these sort of storage container things to keep the young pigs. And I think the reason that is because what's happening is that it's temperature controlled. So when they're younger, they want them to be at a certain temperature. So it's really warm within this storage unit, container thing, whatever it is. So I'm going to open the door that we have right here, and I'm going to hopefully show you guys some of the more younger piglets. So these are the boys. It smells like shit in here, but these guys are pretty cute. Hey guys, look at how they come here. They think I have food, I bet. Sorry. Okay, bye bye. So pretty cute, I think. You know, I think. It feels weird, I think, when you kind of go to farms like this, you know, dairy cow farms, cattle, pig farms, and so on, and start to see the animals, you know, before they're on your plate. But you know, it is life. But there's just, you know, I always enjoyed kind of coming here to the barn because they are so cute when you see them like that, as you saw, kind of coming to the railing. And like if you would walk in there for maintenance or anything like that, they kind of nip at your legs and nip at the boots that you have on and so on. So it's really, really cute in that sense. So I was walking through you know, a bunch of the other barns that we have here, and I stumbled upon what I've been looking for the whole time, which is the barn with the youngest piglets in it. So I'm going to switch the camera. I'm going to turn the camera around here so you guys can see. Okay, take a look at this. Cute. Look at these two fighting. Oh my gosh. Look at them go at it. Maybe they're fighting over food. Oh my gosh. There's some other guys in the back fighting. You see that? Look how cute these guys are. Look at that. How cute. So freaking cute. this little guy right here. Just resting. Just sleeping. And those lights that you see are, you know, heat lamps. So that guy is in a perfect spot to just enjoy the heat. He's just trying to sleep. So cute. So you can see this barn is actually quite a bit newer, it looks like. You know, it's really clean, and partly that's likely due, you know, partly to the fact that they're the younger, you know, piglets, so they don't have so much shit, basically, I guess, at the end of the day. But those were basically the youngest pigs that, you know, we have at the farm here. Going into those barns, especially with the youngest pigs, is actually really nostalgic for me, because when I was really young, I would go in there, you know, and they were like my pet dogs. I would go in there and I'd pet them, I'd pick them up, which I could because, you know, they're so small. So it took everything in me not to, you know, start walking in there and, you know, start holding them and stuff, because they are, you know, they're just really cute to look at. But there you go. That is going to conclude this brief walkthrough of one of the facilities that we have here in northern Japan. I hope you were able to kind of learn something not only about you know, pig farms, but maybe about me as well. If you happen to have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. And as always, if you've stuck along this far in the video, I want to thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you sometime soon.